heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on Home Team.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Ogden Raptors in Game 6 of a 6-game series. Last night, it was the front 8 innings that were really tilted towards the Range Riders before a top of the ninth that went haywire. A grand slam by Wilkinson shifted the outcome of the contest, and the Raptors came out with the victory and a 3-2 lead in the series. The Range Riders now looking for a split to end the first half. It would be the second ever first half in Range Rider history if they were able to come up with their 30th win of the season. Also set them up very well for a potential run in the second half. But if Ogden is able to win, it will be not only a serious victory on the road for the Raptors, but a head-to-head lead in a crucial head-to-head matchup between these two with a bunch of second-half matchups remaining. And it would also be a tie for third place in the PBL with the Range Riders and the Raptors. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch. Or no, we won't. Not yet. We will have the starting lineups from Glacier Bank Park. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. Let's go over the starting lineups for today's matchup between the Glacier Range Riders and the Ogden Raptors. First for the home side, the Glacier Range Riders. Alex Fernandez leads off while J.D. McLaughlin bats second. Carson Garner third. Brock Vradenberg, Jacob Steele, and Carson Horning are the middle three, while the bottom three is Logan Beard, Drew Collins, and Johnny Lutzo. The catcher, Cole Crescent, gets the start, of 3.60 RA for Crescent since joining the Range Riders. On the other side, Chase Valentine starts for the Ogden Raptors. And leads off per usual. Cole Jordan bats second, Kyler Stancato third, Lane, Greco, and Lawrence in the middle three, while Wilkinson, Dotson, and Efren Manzo. Efren Manzo finally earns a start. Dotson fresh off the IL. Parker McMahon earns the start with a 10.69 ERA. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be the national anthem and first pitch from Glacier Bank Park. We'll be right back.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in, as we will now send it down to the field for our national anthem, sang live in stadium. The national anthem again performed down on the field, live in stadium on this Sunday, July 12th. Our national anthem sang live in stadium. As we meet the defense for the Glacier Range Riders today, Johnny Lutzo will be behind the plate for the Range Riders. Carson Garner at third, Jacob Steele the shortstop, Logan Beard at second base, and Brock Vredenberg over at first base. The outfield from left to right is Drew Collins, J.D. McLaughlin, and Alex Fernandez. Cole Crescent is the starting pitcher tonight for the Glacier Range Riders. Crescent has been phenomenal in limited time in his starts. He has all 4 appearances being starts, but just an average of 3 to 4 innings per outing with 15 innings pitched thus far. Although you cannot complain about how solid he has been. Just 6 earned runs against in those 15 frames. A 3.6 ERA, opposing batters hitting .263 against Cole Crescent, who played for Yuba Sutter last year, the then called High Wheelers, and started his season this year with Long Beach. Originally from Mandeville, Louisiana, Crescent, former Louisiana Monroe Warhawk. Long and solid career with Louisiana Monroe. 8.10 ERA in 113 1/3 innings pitched. Last year with Yuba Sutter, 7.26 ERA. And this year it has been a tale of 2 cities for him. In Long Beach, the greater LA area, he had a near ERA of 14. But this year, for the Range Riders, since joining Glacier, he has more innings pitched and a 3.6 ERA, much more manageable for Crescent, who did start against this Ogden Raptors squad on Wednesday night en route to a fairly convincing Range Rider victory. This This is the Ogden jerseys that they have their names on the back of them, so they'll be easy to place out. Chase Valentine leads it off. Range Riders, per usual, wearing camo on Sundays, white pants, black hats. First pitch is up and in. We are underway at 1:05 p.m. It is 81 degrees, a sunny, sunny day in the Flathead Valley. Cool breeze, though, just slightly making its way into the ballpark. It is perfect, perfect weather for baseball. 1 ball, no strikes, fouled off. Count goes to 1-1 for Valentine on the season, batting .355, has 9 home runs, 54 RBIs. One pitch. Popped up. This is to a tricky spot. Running a long way to get to it and just not able to grab it is Alex Fernandez. It is a foul ball. Count goes to 1-2. Fernandez, one of the quicker range riders. If anybody was going to get there, it was going to be him, but it was just out of his reach. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the first inning. Fernandez will look at his glove going, man, I thought I just had that one in the pocket. Instead, it'll be a 1-2 pitch as Valentine granted a mulligan. Crescent into the windup and a foul scrape. Crescent, a brief stint, 2 summers in a row in the Cape Cod Summer Collegiate Baseball League, where he played for Falmouth, the Falmouth Commodores. Upstairs, count goes to 2-2. Widely recognized as the top Summer Collegiate Baseball League talent-wise. The Cape, 2-2. Hit on the ground towards third. Good speed from Valentine, but not enough to be able to make the grab of a single. It is a Garner to Vredenberg ground out, 1 gone. Brief stint in the Dodgers organization as well. Through 16 innings for the Dodgers Complex League. 3.38 ERA. Good numbers pretty much everywhere you look. But Dodgers let him go, and now Crescent, the Glacier Range Rider player. Cole Jordan sees a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on Jordan. The 0-1. That one also called a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Swing and a miss. Crescent, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. A 3-pitch strikeout. Up comes Kyler Stancato. Look back at that punch out of Jordan. Perfectly placed off the lower outside corner on a slider there on 0-2. And that one plops into the zone. Stancato on the season, .455 batter, 2 home runs, 32 ribbies. Called a strike as well on the outer cut, 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Crescent, man, especially if Fernandez was just able to get to that ball down the right field line, this would be about one of the most impressive innings. As long as he can just get one more swing, and that's exactly what happened. Stancato punched as we head to the bottom of the first inning. It is 0-0 between the Range Riders and the Raptors.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Let's look at the defense for the Ogden Raptors. It's Dodson behind the plate for the first time. A catcher listed on the roster is actually playing catcher. Lane over at third, Valentine at short, Jordan at second, Manzo at first. The outfield from left to right is Stancato, Lawrence, and Wilkinson. Alex Fernandez steps into the left-handed batter's box to face off against Parker McMahon. First pitch is swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. Parker McMahon on the season has a 10.69 ERA. This is his fifth start, a 2-0 record. Shows how much the offense has backed him up, certainly. 13 strikeouts, 12 walks. Downstairs. 333 opposing batting average against. Started his collegiate career at Umpqua Community College, which is in Roseburg, Oregon, along the Columbia, I believe, on the north border of Oregon, as this one down the left field line. Stancato moving over and trips and is still able to make the grab, I believe, on the bullpen mound there. Glad to see he's okay, because that could have been a very dangerous situation. The Range Riders left and right fielders used to dealing with the bullpen bump right there, but Stancato nearly took him out. A foul out on a great catch. And there is one gone. Up steps J.D. McLaughlin. He pops this one up foul. It's going to be a souvenir. Hit off the hands of somebody, but it was smart enough. They took enough velo off of that ball that it just set at their feet, and they get a souvenir. After his stint at Umpqua Community College, Parker McMahon pitched at Bellevue University in Bellevue, Nebraska. That one's called the ball. Down low. NAIA school, but a good NAIA school where he had marvelous stats his senior year. A 2.29 ERA and a 6-2 record. This one sent sky high. Playable out in center for Lawrence, who makes the grab, out number 2. Carson Garner now steps up after McMahon looks just as efficient in the bottom of the first as Crescent did in the top half. Called strike, count goes to 0-1. McMahon, a rare exception to the rule that is that there is not a lot of guys from this state that play ball. Not a lot of guys from this state that play ball in the Pioneer League. In general, there's not a lot of professional baseball players out of the state of Montana. But again, McMahon is a rare exception, a Bozeman, Montana native. On the bump, went to Bozeman High School, a former Hawk. Now pitching right here in the Flathead Valley. Count goes to 2-1. Don't know if Ogden has a trip to Billings. That would be the closest he would pitch to home this year, or if they have a trip to Missoula for that matter. 2 balls, 1 strike. Downstairs, count goes to 3-1. Certainly, he came up in the era where you needed to take a unique route to finding his way to professional baseball, because as this is ball 4, no baseball was offered in the state of Montana for high school until after he graduated. I believe 2023 was the first season it was offered. And that was his first season at Bellevue. First pitch into Brock Radenberg is called a strike. Count, or called the ball, excuse me. Count goes to 1-0. There's a called strike. Count goes to 1-1. This one swung on. Sky high fly to right field. Backing up, looking at the track, and it is caught at the track by Lawrence. Range Riders have had a few too many very, very close sky high flies that have only reached the brown dirt in the outfield. We head to the second, 0-0.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning. Up steps Carmine Lane. Lane, I got him down for 6 hits this series. As the first pitch comes in and misses, count goes to 1-0. This one hit up the middle, hit it hard at 103, a base knock. First pitch now to Sebastian Greco. Misses low and away. Greco batting .346. He has 10 home runs, 41 RBIs. Leadoff batter on first base in Carmine Lane. Just upstairs above the zone. Count goes to 2-0. Three balls, no strikes as that one misses. .3-0 pitch coming home. In the zone, count goes to 3-1. Called a strike, and turning around to challenge it is Greco. It just missed outside. So Ogden does get it right. Take a look back at it, just missing outside. Good frame there by Lutzo that fooled the home plate umpire, I think. Colson Lawrence steps in. Lawrence, the center fielder. .413 batting average for Colson Lawrence. 15 home runs, which leads the team. This one hit to third. Grabbed for one. Throw across the diamond is good for two. Garner taps the bag to get the force out, and a very, very timely 5-3 double play. Lane out on the play. Greco moves to second. As you see, this one just shot right to Garner over at third. Kind of fumbled it for a second, but kept it in front of him. And now up steps Dylan Wilkinson, whose clutch home run in the 9th inning last night, his third of the season. Spelled doom for the Range Riders. Grand slam that tilted it from a 4-1 contest to a 5-4 eventual win for Ogden. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike as that one misses. In the zone. Count goes to 1-2. Time taken by Wilkinson. Wilkinson in hole on this season, batting .314, has 24 RBIs. This one hit towards second base where Logan Beard will field and flip quickly for out number 3. Little trouble with that leadoff single in the walk, but a double play. The Range Riders have gotten a ton of them by Ogden this series. Get a big out number 3 to end the frame. It's 0-0 at the bottom of the second.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Jacob Steele leads off the bottom of the second inning. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Range Riders here. Steele, Hornung, and Beard. This one hammered to center field. On a line, hit hard at 107 miles per hour, but the Range Riders, you hit it hard in this ballpark, and you still need to place it well. A line out on the first pitch. Parker McMahon more than happy for that. McMahon originally signed this offseason with the Missoula Paddleheads, and the Paddleheads made a fairly big deal about it in the press release, saying that they signed a kid with Montana roots, only to release McMahon in spring training. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Called strike. Played American Legion ball mostly. I mean, that was where his experience came to send him to the JUCO level and then to the NAIA ranks at Bellevue. This one swung on. Another decent cut by the Range Riders, but looks to be another flyout as Stancato makes the grab on the Carson Hornung flyout. Logan Beard steps up. First pitch into Beard is a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Call the strike on the outer cut. Count goes to 0-2 as McMahon tries to work a very, very quick bottom of the second. Now one above the zone. Count goes to 1-2. Of course, games going on all across the PBL. But first, let's go take a final look at last night's scoreboard, the 1-2 pitch. Seen upstairs as well. Oakland beat Yuba 11-2. Red Pocket defeated Great Falls in the knockout round, the second straight win for the Mobiles. Missoula over Boise 9-1. That is Glacier's opponent on Tuesday. Billings over Idaho Falls 16-8. And Long Beach over Modesto 8-3. Fouled off by Beard. So the headlines are Billings and Long Beach stay hot. Red Pocket and Great Falls. Well, Red Pocket already has won that series. They're going for the sweep today, which would be their first ever series sweep on the season. Oakland beats the team below them in the standings. And Missoula, I will say, they seem like one of the more dangerous squads in the PBL right now. They're feeling themselves a little bit as another deep flyout by the Range Riders brings to a close an 11-pitch 1-2-3 inning for McMahon. We'll be right back.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. It is Glacier 0, Ogden 0 through 2 innings of play. Hank Dodson gets his first cracks. Dodson batting .289 and has spent the past couple weeks on the IL. First pitch to Dodson, misses upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. Glad to see he's back healthy. I'm sure Ogden fans are too, to see a more natural catcher behind home plate. Dodson, one of the few guys that we haven't necessarily met other than a reference to him being injured thus far. Dodson, a 4-year player at Utah Tech. 3-0 count to one of the lower batting averages on the team in Dodson. It's ball 4 and a walk issued to Dodson. That is not what you want to do against a guy who has struggled as much as he had in relative speak to the rest of the Raptors lineup. 4-pitch walk. Up comes Efren Manzo, another guy that we've only met in pinch hitting scenarios. Seems really interesting to take a guy like Manzo and leave him out of the lineup 5 out of 6 games. And the only time he's thrust in there is in extremely tense pinch hitting scenarios. He came up with an 0 for both times. Finally getting a chance to start. We'll see what he can do here as he fouls it off, and the count goes to 0-2 on Efren Manzo. Of course, Manzo, a former teammate with many of these Range Riders, but also with Johnny Lutzow behind the plate. They played at Santa Clara together, as both of them spent the entirety of their collegiate careers there. Foul ball. If there's anybody that knows how to attack Manzo, you got to think that Lutzow could be one of them. Final year at Santa Clara. Efren Manzo hit .286, had 11 home runs, 46 RBIs for the Broncos. Swing and a foul tip just not handled cleanly by Lutzow. The junior year was the real big breakout year for Manzo there. He had a .313 clip. He had 18 home runs and 57 RBIs. Oh, 2 pitch. Down low and away. Manzo, last year between Glacier and Billings, had a .272 mark with 3 home runs and 16 ribbies. The 1-2, no out pitch with a runner on first and Dodson. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, nobody out. Hit foul. Nearly took out Parker, third base coach and manager, over at third. Two balls, 2 strikes once again. Did he go? First base umpire says no. Count goes to 3-2. And now in danger of walking 2 aboard. That's exactly what happens. Crescent misses the strike zone. After a 4-pitch walk to Dodson, he walks Manzo. And those are the 2 guys in the lineup that have a sub-300 batting average. Now you flip it over to a .355 mark in Valentine. First and second, no outs. Second straight inning in which Crescent has felt this pressure. Got out of it last time, in big part due to the double play. Squaring to bunt is Valentine, and it goes foul. 0-0 scoreline, top of the third inning. Also fouled off, and the count is 0-2 now. .2. Out in front of it, fouled off. First time up, a ground out over to third base for Valentine. As that one hit him, and Cole Crescent not doing himself any favors right now. 0-2 count, and he hits the batter on a breaking ball that never broke. Bases loaded. Cole Jordan steps up. Jordan has had a heck of a series thus far, but a strikeout swinging on 3 pitches the first time he matched up with Crescent. First pitch hits the zone. Count goes to 0-1. This one hit over to third. It is a foul ball. Ooh. That one was awfully close. Wasn't foul by much, but it was foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Fouled off. That one out of play. Count stays 0-2. No out pitch, top of the third inning. Fouled off again. Crescent trying to find that punch out, which he was able to get against Jordan the last time, but this inning it has been anything but. He was ahead with 2 strikes against Manzo and Valentine, and both of them got out of it. Valentine has a long lead at first as this one hit into shallow center field. McLaughlin will have to back up. Dodson will make the run home, and it'll be cut off. Sacrifice fly by Cole Jordan. Not the best option for the Raptors, but in right now a game where their pitcher McMahon is having a solid contest. It seems to be a route certainly worthy of taking to get 1 run across and at least get something out of a bases loaded, no out scenario. But Stancato will be looking for more. First pitch misses low and in. Count goes to 1-0 as a right-hander is warming up in the pen right now. This one, sky high fly to right center field, and it will one hop over the fence. Tough break for Valentine, who at first base would have easily scored on that one. He has to hold at third on the ground rule double. RBI, however, for Stancato. Manzo scores easily. Valentine almost caught Manzo the way he was running. The 2 walks both score. The hit by pitch now at third. 2-0 is the first hit of the inning. Certainly does some damage. Stancato makes good contact. Now Carmine Lane steps up 1 for 1 with a single up the middle. And that'll be the day for Crescent. Take a look at the early part of the scoreboard in the PBL. As Great Falls, they love to host some brunch ball on Sundays. And in the bottom of the 7th inning, Red Pocket just a few outs away, it feels like, from a sweep, their first sweep of the season. If they can hold off Great Falls, it is 5-3. Mobiles lead the Voyagers right now. It's also brunch ball apparently in Modesto, where it's 6-0. Long Beach leads the Roadsters. Evan Langston coming in to pitch now, by the way. Game's yet to get going. Billings at Idaho Falls. That game will not start for another 20 minutes. And Boise at Missoula. That game also won't start for 20 minutes. Oakland hosting U.S. Sutter. Also not underway quite yet. Evan Langston on the season has himself a 11.33 ERA, but he had a couple good innings against Ogden last Tuesday, taking over for Ryan Humphreys. 2-0 scoreline with 2 in scoring position. Certainly going to be a moment for the Raptors to possibly jump in front here in a big way, rather than just the 2-0 edge they have. The leadoff walk issued to Hank Dodson this inning, and then they walked Manzo, who's batting .284. And nearly never means good things when that's what happens. And now Langston, the right-hander originally from California, will inherit this jam. Langston from Mammoth Lakes, California, ski town up in the Sierra Nevadas. Not fully ski town, but part of their vibe there. Mammoth Lakes. 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. Up comes Carmine Lane. First pitch in to Lane, fouled off. Count goes to 0-1. Valentine on third with good speed. Stancano also has speed on second. Yo, 1. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch is hit on the ground over to second base, where Beard makes a routine throw to first. Runner does score. Valentine from third base. 3-0. Ogden has the lead now. Up steps Sebastian Greco. Sees the first pitch upstairs. Greco, his first time walked. Foul scrape. That one hit the umpire's hand, I believe. Never easy being an umpire there. Just got to work out the digits. On the right hand there is Zach Dart. And hope the stinging goes away soon, hopefully. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one hit over towards first, where Vradenberg feels it just in foul territory. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. This one fair territory to Vradenberg, who will field and tap the bag for out number 3. Limiting the damage, coming in clutch is Evan Langston, but 3 get across this inning for Ogden. First chance for the Range Riders to punch back in the bottom of the 3rd.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
One due up. Collins, Lutzo, and Fernandez. Collins, his first trip up. Range Riders have hit Parker McMahon really hard, but have not been able to string together hits, have not been able to technically get one hit at all, as that one called a strike despite ABS having it below the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Outside to Drew Collins. Collins on the season batting .295, 1 home run, 20 RBIs, 16 stolen bases. The 1-1. This one whipped out to left field, but it's on a rope. To Stancato. Range Riders hit another ball 95 miles per hour or faster, and it's another out. Up comes Johnny Lutzo, asking for eye contact from Parker McMahon. Is the home plate umpire. Parker McMahon, funny enough, I don't know if I've ever seen this late in the season. The roster for Ogden has his name misspelled. It is McMahon with 1 N at the end. The roster has it with 2 N's. That's interesting. Which, as a Scot with 1 T, I can respect a guy, and I just want to point it out. It's kind of a cool thing. You might expect it to have 2 N's, but it is just M-C-M-A-N. No double N. 3-0. .3-0 pitch is a strike. Count goes to 3-1. Hitters count. Lutzo, he hits it hard over to first base. And a slow roller in the big scheme of things, just at 91 to Efren Manzo, fielded and tapped the bag for out number 2. Swing and a miss as we flip over the lineup card. Fernandez sees that one below the zone. The count goes to 1-1. One pitch into Fernandez is whipped hard, but close enough to the right fielder in Wilkinson. Exit velos that inning, 95, 91, and 95. It is 3 outs all the same. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Range Riders, no hits thus far through the first 3.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It is the top of the 4th inning. Raptors lead the Range Riders 3-0. Chris Canada, new pitcher, on the mound for the Glacier Range Riders. Final line for both the pitchers we saw in the last half inning for the Range Riders. For Crescent, 2 1/3, 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch. While Evan Langston, 2/3 of a frame, no hits, no runs, no strikeouts. No walks, 2 up, 2 down. 1 did come across as an inherited runner. First pitch from Canada misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0 to Colson Lawrence, who is 0 for 1, grounding into a double play. One dropped off a shelf, but still below the zone. Count goes to 2-0. On the season for Canada, 5.46 GRR, 2 wins, 2 losses, his 11th appearance, 7th out of the pen. 2-0 pitch from Canada. Fouled off. Count goes to 2-1. That one's a ball. It is 3-1. Swing and a miss. It's a well-placed ball. 87 up and away. Lawrence flailed at it and came up empty. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pitch in from Canada. Missing inside, and it's a leadoff walk. Dylan Wilkinson steps in now. Wilkinson grounded out to second base. He squares to bunt, but he pulls it back, and the count goes to 1-0. Lawrence over there, despite being a center fielder, not a ton of stolen bases, just 8. This one hit back towards Beard, who will field and throw for out number 1. Good job by Logan Beard to be able to make the play on that one. Trying to do the little push bunt there and pushed it too close to Beard. Still should go down as a sacrifice bunt technically. As there's a swing and a miss. On a ball into Dotson. Count goes to 0-1. Hank Dotson mentioned a entire career at Utah Tech. When he came there, it was actually named Dixie State. They underwent the name change while he was at school there. Called strike. Count goes to 0-2. Hometown listed as Summerfield, North Carolina, but he was born in Indianapolis. His dad was a college baseball himself at Marion University. The 0-2. Swing and a miss as Dodson punched out. Walked on 4 pitches to lead off last inning, came around to score, and now delivered 3 pitches near the zone and down quickly. Up comes Efren Manzo. He's 0 for 0 with a walk. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. His walk maybe a little bit more earned due to the fact that he had a couple foul balls in there. Saw a couple strikes rather than the 4-pitch walk that led off of last frame. Manzo came around to score on the double. Fooled on that one. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Two-out pitch, top of the 4th. Swung on to right center field and won't be able to get there. It's an RBI double by Efren Manzo. And it is 4-0 Ogden. That one swung on it pretty well. Put about 350 feet right into the gap there. And this team, which is the league leading team in doubles, has another 2-bagger. Chase Valentine steps up. He was down 0-2 in the count before being hit by a pitch. He scored on the RBI ground out. This one out towards left field, and it's on a line to Drew Collins for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th as Manzo's double makes it a clean 4 for the Raptors.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Range Riders trying to figure out the puzzle right now that is starting pitcher for Ogden, Parker McMahon, coming in with a 10.69 ERA. He has not allowed a hit through the first 3 innings of play. Range Riders have tagged every single one of the baseballs that he's fired to them. As there's a swing and a miss, count goes to 0-1. But all of them, I think everyone but one that's been hitting a fair play has been 90 plus off the bat, and none of them fallen. The 0-1 skips in, count goes to 1-1. Pitch count in very good shape, in part due to that for McMahon. Just at 38 pitches thrown. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, bottom of the 4th. This one a tapper over to third. It is a fair ball to throw across the diamond, beat it out, and go figure. That I'm saying the Range Riders have been beating the crap out of the ball at 90 plus, and it's the 60-mile-per-hour squibber down the third base line that gets the first hit of the contest for the Range Riders. That's how baseball goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what makes it so exciting and also so cruel. J.D. McLaughlin certainly with good speed, able to beat it out. And now we'll get to see Hank Dotson behind the plate possibly as the first pitch called a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pick off to first. Flailing down to get in safely is JD. That one misses inside to Garner. That first pitch, technically, ABS had it up high. So in a different world, he's up 3-0 in this count. The 2-1 pitch instead. Fouled off. Count goes to 2-2. Swung on out to left field. This one misread, but still grabbing it is Stancato. 100 off the bat for a lineout. This is something. It is a hard hit ball clinic by the Range Riders. As up steps Brock Vredenberg, who hit it to the warning track his last time up. This one shot to right center field. Will it have enough under it to the fence? And finally, the Range Riders break through. Goodbye, baseball. It is Brock Vredenberg to right center. Range Riders kept messing around with hard hit balls, but none of them could be able to crest this elusive outfield fence at Glacier Bank Park. Finally, Vredenberg sends it 415 feet for a 2-run blast. Vredenberg's 4th home run of the season. Up comes Jacob Steele, lined out to center his first time up. Four to 2, just like that, as there's a called strike down the middle to Steele. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike, just 1 out. In the zone. Called a strike right at the bottom. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. McMahon unintimidated by the home run hit against him. Coming right back after the zone. The 1-2 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Steele. He hit it 100 plus into center. Two, 1 out pitch. Call the ball. Low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off. We'll do 3-2 once more. Into Jacob Steele. Popped up again. Foul out of play. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and the first strikeout of the day for Parker McMahon gets the better of Jacob Steele on a high fastball. First pitch into Carson Horning, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning, 4-2. Ogden leads after first hit of the contest was a 60-mile-per-hour infield single, and then a home run by Brock Vredenberg. Two-0. Swing and a miss by Horning. Count goes to 2-1. Response has been solid here from McMahon. Came right back after Jacob Steele and got his first punchy of the game. Upstairs and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. And this one flared up sky high towards left, drifting over, battling the sun a little bit is Stancato, and making the grab for out number 3. Range Riders get 2 on the 2-run blast. We head to the 5th, 4-2 Ogden.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back. It is 2, 3, and 4. Jordan Stancato and Lane due up in the top of the 5th inning, the heart of this order for the Ogden Raptors. Cole Jordan 0 for 1 versus Chris Canada. Into the top of the zone. The count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Fooled on that one. Count goes to 0-2. Upstairs, did not swing. A bluff of the wrists, basically, but no more. This one hit foul, out in front of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes still for Cole Jordan. Brock Bradenberg's 2-run blast in the last half inning cut the lead in half, and now the Raptors trying to respond. Outside. Two. Misses inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now. All the runs scored today by the Ogden Raptors have come off of free passes. 2 walks in the top of the 3rd inning. Both scored as the hit by pitch did as well. And a walk last inning to lead off the frame. Scored. This one out towards left field will end up being a base knock by Jordan. Stancato steps in. He's got a strikeout and a double. Stancato. First pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Also up. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0, no outs, top of the 5th inning. Jordan on first. That one catches the upper inside corner, and it's called a strike. The count goes to 2-1. Carries foul. And that was maybe the closest the ball has been to coming to my booth. That one just went about a window to the right of me where the analytics are being tagged up here. And as the runner's going, swung on, torched up. It's going to be another foul out of play, maybe. The catch is made by Lutzo. I think it was deflected off the top of the netting, and Lutzo still made the catch. Wow. That doesn't count. Home plate umpire on it to say that it did deflect. That is just showing off there from Lutzo, who makes the deflection save. But again, it's dead as soon as it hits that back netting. Pick off over to first. Just needed a little bit more foul territory on that one, and Lutzo would have been able to make the play. Runner's going. hit up the middle and through for a base knock. Just got on the end of that one. That is a tough pitch to hit. I'm flabbergasted that he made contact with it. It was a long way low and outside. Jordan goes first to third. As Ogden with a chance to add to their 4-2 lead. Carmine Lane up at the plate with a single and a ground out. First pitch called the ball outside. That's a ball as well. Two balls, no strikes. Jordan on third. Stancano on first. 4-2 Ogden lead here. Canada trying to weather the storm. Swing and a miss. Maybe just foul scraped it. Count goes to 2-1 on the foul ball. Another foul scrape, similar on that big looping breaker by Canada. Two, runners going, fouled off. I'm pretty sure Ogden has a uniform for every single day, which is logistically a nightmare on the road. At home, it's a lot easier, but a 6 uniform set to travel with is a very interesting maneuver. This one headed out towards center. McLaughlin will back up. It should be enough to score the run from third. Jordan scores on the sac fly. Stancano stays put at first. 5-2 Ogden. They get one back after allowing the 2-run blast. Sebastian Greco steps up. Greco a walk and a ground out. Downstairs, count goes to 1-0. Greco watched it go by. Runners going, swing and a miss. Lutzo, the throw from his knees, and it ends up getting into center field. Swing and a miss, however, so the count goes to 1-1. Just one out here, top of the 5th inning. Threatening for more, though, is Ogden, trying to recoup all that they lost in terms of the lead last frame. Swing and a miss, count goes to 1-2. Time taken by Greco. Will take off his helmet, step back, and have a brief moment to recollect his thoughts. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Greco looked foolish on that one. Swinging the ball way low and away at 78 miles per hour in the dirt. For strike 3 and out number 2. Top of the 5th, up steps Colson Lawrence, 0 for 0. He grounded into a double play and has a walk and a run scored. And this one tagged out towards the left field, and it's gone for a 2-run blast. Lawrence, 370 feet, that went 113 miles per hour off of his bat. A 2-run blast, and Ogden is up 7-2. Lawrence, team leader in home runs, his 16th of the season. Near the top of the PBL. And now up steps Dylan Wilkinson. A ground out and a sac bunt. First pitch of ball, and the count goes to 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nowhere near, and it's 2-1. Can't frame that one. 3 balls, 1 strike. (3-1), 2-out pitch, top of the 5th inning, 7-2 Ogden. And it's ball 4 inside, and a walk issued after the home run. Range Riders get 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Ogden already has 3 here in the top of the 5th, and Hank Dotson stepping up as the conversation comes between Ratfield and Canada, or excuse me, Lutzo and Canada. Two outs, top of the 5th inning. Runner on first now in Wilkinson. He's running on the first pitch. It misses low, and no throw will come from Lutzo. Good jump from Wilkinson. This one popped up. Should be playable for Vredenberg as he calls everybody off and makes the grab. Out number 3. 3 spot put up in the top of the 5th inning at 7-2 Ogden. We head to the bottom half of the frame.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back here. The Glacier Range Riders currently with a 7-2 deficit. Up comes Logan Beard, 7, 8, and 9. Due up for the Range Riders, Beard, Collins, and Lutzo. First pitch in for Parker McMahon is a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Bozeman native. Played in American Legion for the Bozeman Bucks. JUCO stint before a career at Bellevue. His final season at Bellevue was the spring of 2025. Count goes to 1-1, and this one through on the left side of the infield. Good job by Beard to extend out and be able to get that one and put it 91 for a swing that didn't look the prettiest. That just shows you that strength from Beard. Up comes Drew Collins. Drew Collins lined out to left. Did not see what happened there. As Beard ended up on second base. And Parker's coming out to ask about it. My head was down. I didn't see what happened there. Parker's asking questions right now. Was that a hustle double by him? What? I gotta ask somebody. I just assumed single and kind of moved on with my life and was gonna tell you about the senior year for Bellevue baseball when McMahon was there, and instead, runners on second base, blink and you missed it. The official scorebook has it as a steal of second by Beard. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1. I guess the ball was just put into play and Beard realized he could grab second, and he did. Parker came out to ask about it. And as this one flared down the left field line, running out of room is Stancato. Count goes to 2-2. Beard, I will tell you, and I say this all the time, he is affectionately referred to as coach by the members of this team, and if there is a test of baseball IQ, Beard's is the best. And that is certainly not to disparage anybody. It is more to say how outstanding Beard's is. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think what happened there is the Ogden Raptors were looking around and asking for time to be called to switch out a baseball or something, and Beard said, well, I wasn't on the base, and scampered to second. Called strike 3. Collins bites the bullet on that one as the home plate umpire had it out for him and punched him out on a pitch that clearly missed inside. Collins got a challenge wrong a couple days ago, so he holds back on challenging that one, but that's a frustrating one for Drew Collins because that one was not a strike 3. Big miss by our home plate umpire to send the first out of this inning down. Sometimes, even if you're Evan Parker, that's why you come out and have the conversation with the home plate umpire, because you know you might not get that situation taken back, but maybe you can just plant a little seed in the umpire's head of, hey, I feel like we've been wronged, and on the next 50-50 borderline call, it might go your way. The mind games of being a coach and being a umpire or referee are always ongoing. Fouled off by Lutzow. Count goes to 1-2 here for the Range Rider catcher. Lutzow grounded out to first on a hard grounder. 91 miles per hour, hit it over to Manzo at first. The 1-2. Foul out of play. This one hit up the middle, through for a base knock. Green light to send Logan Beard home. The throw will be cut off. RBI single up the middle by Johnny Lutzow. Beard scores. It is 7-3. Time called as Evan Parker will have a conversation. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking back right now as the conversation's happening on the mound. I'm looking back at that play with Beard, and I think it was just nobody was covering second, and Beard said, okay, I'll take it. Wow. The ball was put back into play, and we didn't have the clear shot of it when it happened, but you can just see the pitcher, McMahon, sitting there, and at the very last minute realizes, oh, Beard's now on second behind him. Alex Fernandez steps up. That is a huge steal of second because it results in a run for the Range Riders where that single otherwise would just mean first and second with one out. Instead, a run across home. A savvy play by one of the smartest Range Riders as Fernandez says, not today, and the ball misses outside. It will be overturned to a ball. The Range Riders 1-for-1 on challenges, as they will not allow that to happen again. Fernandez certainly earns the right to challenge questionable calls with his ability to get on base. Upstairs, it's 3-0, and he whips his head back to the home plate umpire. I don't know if that was meant with the intention that it could be seen as. But I kind of almost read that as him whipping his head back to the home plate umpire and saying, calling that one. Interesting because there was a conversation on the mound, but nobody warming up in the pen. They're keeping everybody in the dugout to chill out in the shade. The Ogden Raptors are. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. As this one carries down the left field line, moving over and making the catch in foul ground is Stan Cotto. Up comes J.D. McLaughlin. A Johnny Lutzow RBI single after the Logan Beard inconspicuous steal of second base. And there's a called strike into J.D. First hit of the contest for the Range Riders belonging to J.D., an infield single down the third base line. That one above the zone. Count goes to 1-1. Fouled off. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 7-3 scoreline here, bottom of the 5th inning. Fouled off again. McMahon over 80 pitches thrown now. What I was going to say before that steal of third, or the steal of second by Beard, is senior year at Bellevue for Parker McMahon. They made it to the NAI tournament, as that is called ball on the outside, 2-2. They ended up falling to Kansas Wesleyan and Grandview and missing out on getting any further. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. JD hits this one, and it gets through on the left side of the infield. Similar to that Logan Beard hit, just a good job to reach out, get that one low in the zone, and be able to pluck it through the left side of the infield. Carson Garner stepping up, and for a guy that has a lot of power and has hit this ball pretty well out to left field his last time up, 100 plus off the bat. You think maybe, just maybe, he'll have a chance to be able to get the Range Riders back into this as he steps up. And of course, if he just passes off the bat to Vredenberg standing on deck, Vredenberg, who has connected very well with the last couple pitches he's seen from McMahon. Also an opportunity. 0-1 count after a swing and a miss. Upstairs. One ball, 1 strike. And this one sky high. Shielding his eyes over there, shortstop Valentine, a late back pedal and a grab for out number 3. We head to the top of the 6th inning. A Logan Beard steal and a Johnny Lutzo RBI single make it 7-3 Ogden. Welcome back in, top of the 6th inning, 7-3 in favor of the Ogden Raptors. Here, 9-1 and 2 due up. Manzo, Valentine, and Jordan. Warm-up's going on in the pen. I think it might be the end of the day for McMahon. One of his better starts of the year, however, is the first pitch from Lance Wade. Newest Range Rider on the bump. Is a called strike. Final line for Canada. He had 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. This one tapped foul. Count goes to 0-2. Lance Wade out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Steps in there, 3.0 ERA. He allowed 4 runs in the top of the 8th on Friday night, en route to the Ogden comeback victory. Count goes to 1-2. Manzo stepping in for your Santa Clara Bronco versus the most recently Missouri State Tiger. As that one called, the ball on the outside. Count goes to 2-2. Similar pitch that struck out Drew Collins. That was actually a ball. There's a swing and a miss, blocked by Lutzo. Throw down of Bradenberg is out number 1. Valentine steps up. Called strike into Valentine. Count goes to 0-1. Make it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. The 0-2 pitch. As there's a swing and a miss. Valentine punched out on 3 by Lance Wade. There's 2 strikeouts now by Wade through the first 2 batters of this inning. Lance Wade, of course, mentioned from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is the state capital of Louisiana, which you might not know because it's not the headline act in Louisiana. Obviously, New Orleans grabs the headlines for that one. First pitch upstairs to Cole Jordan. I actually have a tradition. When I'm on a road trip or something like that, take a picture in front of every state capital that I pass by. Baton Rouge is one of the ones that I do not have. This one is hit into left field. It'll get all the way to the wall. Jordan will head towards second base. The throw comes in, and I think you got him. Yes, sir. Thrown out at second base. Great job by Collins to get that one to Beard in time, and Beard with a smooth tag to restrict the double from Jordan. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-3. Ogden leads.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have. We're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
It's Brock Vredenberg to lead us off here. Vredenberg, a deep flyout and a home run over the right field fence for Vredenberg, his 4th home run of the season. He is quickly climbing the range rider total. As the first pitch is called a strike on the outside. This is not the professional debut of Ira Austin, but fairly close to it, as there's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. 95 on the gun from Austin. Kind of a funky, sidewinding-esque release that he can clearly put some mustard on. Did play briefly under former Range Rider manager Paul Fletcher for the Lexington Legends in the Atlantic League. Upstairs. Count goes to 1-2. Just 2 2/3 innings pitched. Did not get a long chance to prove himself. Allowed 5 runs, all earned on 4 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts for the Lexington Legends. That's an ERA of 16.88. And there is a swing and a miss. As a nice finisher to take out Vredenberg. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Austin finished up his career at the University of Kentucky. The year before that, he was at New Orleans, which is now, of course, known as LSU New Orleans. The Privateers. Steele sees that one upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. Before that, he was a JUCO player at Nunez Community College in Chalmette, Louisiana. Or maybe it's completely different because some things are pronounced French there. Most things. 2 balls, no strikes. Maybe it's Chamois University or Chamois, Louisiana. Let's figure it out. Ball outside. Count goes to 3-0. Tell you what. I was just talking about saying that I haven't taken a picture with the Baton Rouge, Louisiana State Capitol. And as the 3-0 pitch misses inside, Steele has a 4-pitch walk. Every time I look up a town in Louisiana, especially the southern part of the state around New Orleans, I mean, I love the architecture, the feel of it. Spent 1 weekend in Louisiana when I went to New Orleans for the Final Four in the spring of 2022. Had a great time. It was certainly an interesting time to be there, the Final Four. Chalmette, Louisiana is just downriver from New Orleans. Very much still the New Orleans area. As that one hits the zone. Carson Hornung up at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. In from Ira Austin. No. Pick off first. Austin. Home Steele feeling something on that one. And Rachel Freeman, our trainer from Logan Health, is going to come out and have a conversation with him. He has the hands to the top of his head right now. Maybe coming in a little funky somewhere in that upper body, as Rachel's going to have a conversation with him out there. Yeah, moving the arms up. As Todd Pratt, manager of the Range Riders, is going to come over. Steele has been such an integral part of this team ever since he returned from the IL about 2 weeks ago. And now asking him to rotate his shoulders all over. And as Todd Pratt comes over to have a conversation, we will see what it goes down as. Of course, as a shortstop, there is no more important part of your body than the shoulders, and that's amongst all the other important things you got to do, but throwing the ball to first base across the diamond, the multitude of times you need to do that. Steele seems to be okay. He'll stay in the contest for now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-3, Ogden leads. Range Riders running out of time to possibly make this one a little bit closer for a late game surge. This one hit through on the right side. And a base knock. Up comes Logan Beard. Beard sparked a run last time due to a smart steal of second with nobody paying attention to him. Step off. Ira Austin. Technically is Ira Austin the 4th. And Hometown on the Kentucky website has him listed as from Metairie, Louisiana, which is again just part of Greater New Orleans. The 0-1 is cut on a miss by Beard. Count goes to 0-2 with the Raptors debut for Ira Austin. Trying to get a shutout frame. The 0-2. Swung on. Sky high fly to right field, and they'll play it off the wall. And now we got a little bit of a traffic jam, and the throw will come back to second base where the out will be made. At second there, Hornung ran down Steele, and Range Riders get an out there after Beard gets a hard single off the wall. Hornung read that pretty quickly because Wilkinson turned to play it off the wall, while Steele was a little bit slower to do so, and that led to the fact that he had to hold up at third base, and Hornung didn't realize that that was going to happen, as this one down the left field line is fouled off. It was a tricky play for Todd Pratt to be able to make there because he had 2 guys right in a row. And he ended up, I think, giving a late stop sign to Steele, who turned around and slipped. And that might have just given a huge, huge break to the Ogden Raptors here, as Logan Beard stung that one well off the wall. It ends up just going down as a single that Hornung is thrown out on. All outside. 2 outs now, no sacrifice. Worst case scenario really should have been there, that it would have been bases loaded with 1 out. Instead, it's runners on the corners, 2 out, no sacrifice to get a runner across. The 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Floats in there. Called a strike, count goes to 2-2. It's past spring, when Ira Austin got a play down at LSU. Had 30-plus family members in attendance, as there is a called strike 3 and a challenge from Drew Collins. It will be confirmed as a strike. We head to the 7th. It is 7-3. Ogden leads.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. We're in the top of the 7th inning. It is Alex Bustamante taking over on the bump. He'll see 3, 4, and 5. Kyler Stancato, Carmine Lane, and Sebastian Greco. This one hit on the ground. Loud contact, but very playable for Logan Beard. And the count goes. Expired on Stancato on 1 pitch. Hit that 194, but right into the ground. Took a lot off it. Carmine Lane is 1 for 2. Bustamante on the bump here has a 3.12 ERA, 2 wins, no losses. 20th appearance of the year for Busto. As we get to this halfway point in the season, and the called strike, and you try and think about how much do the players kind of fully can turn the door when the record flips back to 0-0. It's really hard to, because there's not like a true break at the half. This one hit to an awkward spot. Double clutched by Garner, but the throw's on target on time. How much do teams do it as well? Certainly with the MLB draft finishing up, it is going to be kind of this last surge of player shifts you see. It was right around this time last year when the Range Riders got Eli Payton, who was a really healthy part to the second half that the Range Riders had. Also guys like Carson Garner and other additions to this roster that were made midway through last season. Guys that maybe expected to get their name called in the draft and didn't, and that is a whole new free agent pool that is looking to either play in the Pioneer League, the MLB Draft League, or is this one takes a glance off of the glove of Bustamante and the fadeaway just not gobbled up by Bradenberg. You can probably call that one an infield single just because it was such a tough play for Logan Beard to make. But we'll see what it goes down as. I believe, as of now, it is a single. The 8th hit of the day for the Ogden Raptors. Two outs here. Up comes Colson Lawrence. His home run last time up certainly put Ogden in the driver's seat. That one almost hit him. Count goes to 1-0. Call the ball inside, 2-0. In the zone, 2 balls, 1 strike. This one hit through the right side by Lawrence. Greco moves up to second base. Up steps Dylan Wilkinson now. First pitch on the outside of Wilkinson. Count goes to 0-1. A sacrifice, ground out, and a walk for Dylan Wilkinson. This one into right field. Broken bat and caught by Fernandez. Infield single and a single into right. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, it is 7-3. Ogden leads Glacier. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Range Riders down by 4, but it feels, I don't know if it feels like it's more than 4 or less than 4. Range Riders only being out hit by 2. And looking to do what the Raptors have done the past couple nights, which is perform a comeback in the late going. Ira Austin back out there for another inning of work as he delivers it to the backstop 1-1. Didn't pitch the best inning last inning, did Ira Austin, but the Range Riders let him get off with the base running mistake. Story I was going to tell about Ira Austin. He grew up not too far away from Baton Rouge, obviously. When Kentucky played at LSU, he had over 30 family members in attendance. Really cool moment for him to see the entire squad come out when he was down there with Kentucky. Upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike into Lutzow. Obviously not intimidated by the big moment. Ira Austin. Ball 4 inside. Summer League play last year. Austin was phenomenal. This was a called strike. Had a 2.70 ERA, a 3-0 record, and won a Texas Collegiate League championship with the Baton Rouge Rougarou in the Texas Collegiate League. Had 2 saves as well, one in the playoffs of the TCL. This one headed out towards center field, backing up and still backing up, lost it, and it goes off the wall. Green light to send Lutzo home. The relay will come in, and it is way offline, gets to the backstop, and Alex Fernandez has himself a RBI double. And I think that's probably an E6 to get him to third. Seven to 4 goes the scoreline. Still nobody out here. You want to be able to score this runner from third now, especially with the speed of Fernandez. Scrapes a foul, and it count goes to 0-1. Austin this spring for Kentucky pitched in 25 games, but had a 7.63 ERA. This is a Kentucky squad that had a high draft pick yesterday. As this one lifted sky high to shallow left center field. Are they going to test the arm of Stancato? Apparently not. Cleared up into the outfield. As up comes Carson Garner. It's a tricky situation. This is almost one of the times where I would consider a Kyle Ashworth at some point, just because of his contact ability. If it was a one-run game or a tie game, less than 2 outs, I would almost certainly be putting in Kyle Ashworth because he has such a high rate of scoring guys from third with less than 2 outs. This one called a strike into Carson Garner. 0 for 2 Garner. Walk, line out, pop out. Kentucky this past spring went 33-23, 13-17 in the SEC. This one hit over towards third. The play will be made at the plate, and it is out. Corner pinched in over there. Lane pitch and catch with his catcher Dotson there to be able to make the play. Up comes Brock Vredenberg as a fielder's choice. Brings out number 2. Brock Vredenberg 2-run blast earlier today. First pitch in from Austin. Call the ball. Count goes to 1-0. Flared up and foul. Somebody in the knuckle maybe might have caught that or something. It happened in a way where I could not see. This one out to center field, playable for Lawrence. And what the Range Riders really needed with the runner on third in Fernandez comes with 2 outs and nobody on third. We head to the 8th. It is 7-4 as the Range Riders get 1 run back.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back, top of the 8th inning. It is Hank Dotson stepping in to lead us on. Dotson, Manzo, and Valentine here in the 8th inning. Called strike, count goes to 0-1. Bustamante out there for another inning of work. The 0-1. Swing and miss. Dotson fool. One of the big innings for Ogden came with a leadoff walk to Dotson on 4 pitches. Issued by Crescent all the way back in the top of the 3rd inning. This one popped up sky high. Fernandez over, and the catch made for round number 1. Here comes Efren Manzo. Manzo strikeout and a double. Look ahead for how these two teams start the second half and what their second half looks like. Let's start with the Ogden Raptors. Of course, on Tuesday, or as soon as this game is over, really, the record resets to 0-0 for both sides. A new slate of sorts. Of course, it's not like the team resets. They get one day off and they're back at it. Ogden opens next week with a 6-game set against Idaho Falls, so they certainly could get out ahead of it. Idaho Falls is pretty bad in the early going. As a called strike, count goes to 0-2. Then they head to Great Falls, Montana for a 3-game set with the Voyagers, who might be getting swept by the Red Pocket Mobiles. No, the Voyagers came back. So that Voyager squad, let it be known, the Great Falls Voyagers will not be swept by the Red Pocket Mobiles. Swing and a miss. Manzo punched out. 2 outs here. And then Ogden's back at Glacier. 3-game set. The last 3 times that they will meet here at Glacier Bank Park. They will host Long Beach for 6, right before the Range Riders host them for 6. They go at Missoula for 6. That is going to be a fairly tough series, but then they're back hosting Idaho Falls for 6. So it's a couple weeks that could be interesting, followed by precluded and then followed by a fairly easy series. And after that Idaho Falls series, they also host Yuba Sutter, which is, I think, just as bad as Idaho Falls. They do go at Billings and home against Glacier to finish the year. This one out to center field. J.D. McLaughlin backtracking and making the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Bustamante in the 8th. It's 7-4. We'll be right back. Kyle Lewis out to the bump right here in the bottom of the 8th. Ogden 7, Glacier 4. As the Range Riders trying to see if they can come back in this contest where, despite the fact the bats have been fairly close, it's called strike, Range Riders have just seemed further away from the get-go than Ogden. Kyle Lewis on the year, 7.61 ERA, 3 wins, 2 losses. Popped up in the air. It's a foul ball out of play. Said what the second half looks like for Ogden. For the Glacier Range Riders, it starts with 6 games on the road, 3 at Missoula, which will be really interesting because Range Riders have played better than Missoula in this first half, pretty clearly so. And in all mutual matchups, common opponents, they've played better. As this one out to left field will float to the glove of Stan Cano. Another hard hit ball and another out. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. But Missoula's had the head-to-head advantage over the Glacier Range Riders, so it'll be interesting to see how they play at Missoula's ballpark. Range Riders will then have 3 games in Billings, Montana against the Mustangs. First half champs, we'll see how they shake out in Billings. Range Riders trail the season series 5-4 with the Mustangs. And then the Mustangs finally come to Glacier Bank Park. Tuesday through Thursday. The first half, well, I don't know if they're actually champions, because actually that depends on how the game goes. They could win the first half and be first half champions. They technically could come a half game short. As Long Beach, never mind, Long Beach beat Modesto today, so Long Beach technically wins the first half by at little a half a game. Billings is up 9-5 right now. Boise and Missoula are tied 6-6, and Yuba's up on Oakland 5-3. Swung on into shallow center field. Lawrence moves in, makes the grab, and Carson Hornung is out. Logan Beard steps up. Beard 2 for 3. After that 3-game set at home against Billings, Range Riders will have 3 more. It'll be hosting these Ogden Raptors, I mentioned, after Ogden plays 3 in Great Falls. Range Riders then head for a 6-game set in Boise, Idaho, to face off against the Hawks for the first time in 2 years. After Ogden hosts Long Beach for 6, the Range Riders will then host Long Beach for 6. That is a pivotal matchup these 2 weeks, especially in August, because it'll be hosting Long Beach for 6, then going to Billings for 6. From there, it's hosting Boise for 6, hosting Red Pocket for 6. That's 2 straight weeks at home, and then heading to Ogden in what could be a matchup to decide a playoff spot. You just have a feeling it might be. Count goes to 2-1. If you look at the league standings coming into today, if the playoffs were to start today, Long Beach would host Ogden and Billings would host Glacier. Sky high fly to right. Wilkinson backs up and stops and makes the grab. 1-2-3, 11 pitch frame by Kyle Lewis. We head to the 9th. It's 7-4 Ogden. It's the top of the 9th inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Ogden Raptors. Jordan, Stancato, and Lane versus Connor Housley. Housley on the season, 5.3 ERA, 1 save in 18 2/3 innings pitched. Opposing batters hitting .246 against Housley. First pitch into Jordan is a ball. The count goes to 1-0. Cole Jordan 2 for 3 today. He has 2 singles and a sac fly. Count goes now to 2-0. Three balls and no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk issued to Jordan. Up comes Kyler Stancato. 7-4 contest here. Range Riders down just 3. Would love to keep it at just that and make it a save opportunity for whoever's prepping in the bullpen. Call the strike. Count goes to 0-1. This one out towards center. Falls for a base knock. Jordan will go first to third. And it's runners on the corners with nobody gone. Carmine Lane now steps in. Lane 1 for 3. He has a sac fly, as well as 2 groundouts, a single as well. Called strike in the lane. Count goes to 0-1. Limbo action to make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1 now after that one misses. Two one misses, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Called strike. Count goes to 3-2 now. Full count pitch coming in from Housley to Carmine Lane. Fouled off. Good grab by the bullpen protector over there. This one out to center field. An RBI single on a successful hit and run. For the Raptors, it is now 8-4. Jordan scores. Stancato goes first to third now. Infield's in here. Trying to prevent any further runs from scoring. 8-4 on the RBI single by lane. First pitch misses, and the count goes to 1-0. That one also misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0 now. And that's a ball inside. It's a 4-pitch walk issued to Greco. Bases loaded here, top of the 9th inning. 8-4 score line. Could get a lot worse with the team leader in home runs. Colson Lawrence stepping to the plate. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. On the ball upstairs. The count goes to 1-1. Also called the ball just missing upstairs. Count goes to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Infield still in here, trying to prevent a play at the plate. Swing and a miss by Lawrence. Count goes to 2-2. Nobody out here, top of the 9th inning. Two, pitch in. Nobody out, top of the 9th inning. Popped up foul, out of play. Still looking for the first out of this frame. The 2-2 once more into Lawrence. Call, strike 3. First out of the inning does come by way of the strikeout looking from Lawrence. Dylan Wilkinson, a grand slam last night in the 9th inning, steps up in familiar territory for him. First pitch in. That one called a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. A 1 pitch just upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 1 out pitch, bases stuffed. 8-4 scoreline. Ogden leads. Sky high fly to right. Fernandez backing up and can't make the grab. It goes over the wall for an RBI double. 1 hops over the wall, ground rule double there. Kind of seemed like one Fernandez was going to get to, but just was able to get out of his reach. 10-4 goes the scoreline. Still just one out. Top of the 9th inning. Jacob Hasty getting a little loose in the bullpen right now. As Hank Dodson steps up. Dodson 0 for 3. Ball count goes to 1-0. Swing and a miss by Dodson. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one hit on the ground, back to Housley, who looks back the runner at third and fires to first for out number 2. Greco probably not going to try it there. Not built with a ton of speed. Sebastian Greco. As Tyler Gannis will step in to pinch hit for Efren Manzo. Two outs, top of the 9th inning. 10-4. Ogden leads Glacier. A chance for Gannis to come through with a clutch knock here. Fouls it to the backstop. Unfortunate news for Ogden. They moved Garrett Bavacqua to the IL today. He was swinging a good bat in this series. In limited action. Clearly something got to him to keep him out of play now. Fouled off. Count goes to oh and 2 now. There's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tapped foul. Stays at 1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 35 pitches thrown by Housley this inning. The 2-2. 2-out pitch, top of the 9th with 2 in scoring position from Housley to Tyler Gannis. Downstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch now on the 3-2, 2 outs. Outside, Gannis has himself a walk to first. And Todd Pratt will bring the day to a close for Housley. Got a pitching change coming up, so why not entertain a few of our traditions here that I overlooked throughout the course of this contest. As Housley exits with the bases loaded and Valentine coming up. Valentine 0 for 4. Let's go over some trivia here while Jacob Hasty goes through his warm-ups. One year after the 400 total base plateau was reached, which was reached by an AL player. That AL player originally was Babe Ruth. He set that record in 1921. He hit 457 total bases in one season, Babe Ruth. But 1 year after he became the first guy to reach 400 total bases in one game, another man became the first NL player to attain that level. Who is the first NL player to attain 400 total bases in one season? Happened 1 year after Babe Ruth did it in 1921. The answer is Rogers Hornsby. He had 450 total bases, 7 short of Babe Ruth's 457. Of course, you don't know how total bases work in baseball. It is single, you get 1, double, you get 2, triple, you get 3, and so on to home run. Obviously, you get 4 bases for a home run. This one swung on down the right field line. Fernandez moving over and makes the catch on the run. 1 pitch, 1 out for Hasty to get out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Range Riders down 10-4, the last chance coming.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back, bottom of the 9th inning. Landon Riley out to pitch this 9th inning, and this is, to me, a fascinating decision to send him out on a 3rd day in a row. I do not understand it, not in a 6-run game. First pitch misses downstairs. It is kind of a cardinal sin in the sport of baseball to send a guy out on 3 days in a row. And it's a 6-run game. He's your closer, a guy that you might look at as your closer, and you're sending him out there. Obviously, modern pitchers, you just don't see it. It's very kind of heavily frowned upon to see it. So I'm fascinated with the decision to send him out there because it's not a strategic one in the sense of the game. And obviously, it doesn't seem health and safety-wise like a very smart strategic decision either, as this ball's hit to left field, and Drew Collins has himself a home run. An oppo blast for Drew Collins to the tune of 368 feet. Also, the guy who got saves for you the last 2 nights, I am very against bringing out a closer in a non-closing scenario. I think that can backfire. And you see there, the Range Riders begging on getting runs on Landon Riley the last few nights. They don't get it, and here in a 6-run game, that's where they get a run. Called strike, count goes to 0-1. Riley, 10.07 ERA. It's going to go up after today. Actually, technically, his ERA, if he pitches 1 inning and allows 1 run, it's 9, so technically it still could go down if he pitches the rest of the inning scoreless. Johnny Lutzow steps up. He's 1 for 2. Called a strike on a pitch that ABS had missing outside. For some reason, our umpire likes the outside to right-handers, inside to lefties. The Range Riders up at the plate. That one missing inside. Count goes to 2-2. Upstairs. Held back. Count goes to 3-2. Sometimes you'll see guys go on back-to-back days, but 3 days in a row is like, at every level, it is just something that you almost never see, just because you want to give your guys a rest day after 2 days. Three-two. Fought off. The pitch count was specifically low, but still, I mean, you don't even get a guy hot. Usually, you don't even see that. Riley pitched only threw 10 pitches. As there's ball 4. Only threw 10 pitches on Friday night and threw 20 last night. So it's only 30 pitches of actual work, but I just think, you're risking health-wise something, but also you are setting your guy up in a tricky situation because Range Riders have seen him a lot, and clearly they figured him out to the tune of a Drew Collins solo home run. They finally broke through on a guy that has been nails against the Range Riders. To me, this is where you throw a guy that is maybe a little bit more unproven and allow him the chance to work a clean inning with less pressure. Count goes to 0-2 on a swing and a miss by Fernandez, who is 1 for 4, has himself a double. One of the rare games where he, as of right now, does not have a stolen base. 0-2 count as Fernandez takes the time. Oh-2, no out pitch, bottom of the 9th inning. Lutzow on first after the walk. Missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one hit out to right field, base now. Conversation happening right now between Riley, his third baseman Lane, and his catcher. As now Riley, as a relief pitcher, over the course of 3 days, has himself 46 total pitches thrown. JD McLaughlin steps up, 2 for 4, JD. 2 singles, a fly out, and a pop out. Called strike, count goes to 0-1. That one called a strike, count goes to 0-2. Brings out a little disgruntlement from the Flathead faithful who saw Connor Housley have a lot of balls called on pitches that were close for him. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss. McLaughlin down on 3 pitches. Up comes Carson Garner. Garner 0 for 3 today. Rounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. Ball low and away. Count goes to 1-0. Boom. Carson Garner, a no-doubter over the left field fence. Holy smokes, he torched it. .422 feet from Carson Garner. Goodbye, baseball. It is Garner's 7th home run of the season. Range Riders within 2 here. After the no-doubt blast. Evan Parker coming out of the dugout. And the question is, will he make the side of the pen? Listen, I know somebody at somewhere, where whether it's a Range Rider, fan or an Ogden fan or whatever, who, is listening to this. When Riley came out, might have said, okay, he's making too big of a deal out of Riley coming out for a 3rd straight day. But I'm telling you, you do not see that, especially in the bottom of the 9th in a save scenario. Maybe you see a hasty specialist type pitcher comes out to get down a lefty with 2 outs in the 7th inning 2 straight days or something like that, or 3 straight days or whatever it may be. But you don't see a guy come out asked to finish out a game 3 straight days in a row. It's not me saying that it's a strategic decision I disagree with. It's me saying that it's just not something that you really see at all. And that is typically because of 1, injury risk, 2, strategic risk of setting your guy up to face off a team who has seen him so much over the past 2 days. And clearly, Riley, who's been working his ERA down over the course of this week, is now going to see a balloon with a 4-run 9th at least. This one fouled off by Vredenberg. Also, it's a 2-run game here in the 9th. So strategically, this should not be overlooked as well, as it has become a save situation scenario if somebody new comes into the game. Of course, you don't get a save if you made it less than a 3-run contest. Vredenberg sends this one into right field. It is caught out there in right. Great catch by Wilkinson. Saved another base runner. Now the Range Riders down to their last out. Ten to 8 scoreline here, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. That 3-run top of the 9th inning, feeling very crucial right now for the Raptors, who without it might not be in the same spot. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Right-hander warming up in the pen just in case they need him. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs. I just feel like Riley always going to do what's asked of him, but certainly put in a tricky spot. As soon as the 3 spot was put up by Ogden in the top half of the inning, probably would have been set down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Range Riders down to their last strike here with Steele up at the plate. 0 for 3 today, Jacob Steele. As the 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch will be fired home from Landon Riley, his 30th pitch of the day, his 60th of the last 3 days. It's a ball, and a challenge will come. They'll try and bring this game to a close. The game will not end on an ABS challenge, not on that one. Ogden has 1 challenge remaining, so they still could end it on the next pitch. As I assume if it's taken, either side will challenge it. That is called strike 3. Steele knows it, but it is ball 4. I mean, excuse me, it is strike 3. And that's how the game ends. Riley gets out of it, but gets tagged for 4 runs in the 9th inning. 10-8 the final. Raptors win on this punch out from Landon Riley into Jacob Steele. We'll take a quick break and be back to wrap this baby up. Ogden wins the series 4-2, wins the finale 10-8.
Turn.
Welcome back. Sky Gladstone with you to wrap this baby up from Glacier Bank Park as the Ogden Raptors beat the Glacier Range Riders 10-8. They win the series 4-2. Final score, again, 10-8 in this series finale. Winning pitcher should be Patrick McMahon. Losing pitcher will be Cole Crescent, as the lead was never gained back by the Range Riders after Crescent lost it. No save, 4 runs against, obviously, Riley in the 9th inning of play there. Let's look around the league real quick and see what's going on around the PBL. Great Falls beats Red Pocket 14-8. Long Beach beats Modesto 8-2. Billings up 11-10 halfway through the contest against Idaho Falls. Boise up 12-9 on Missoula. The Range Riders matchup next up will be on Tuesday night at Missoula. Yuba and Oakland tied at 6-6 in the 6th inning of play. That does it for today's broadcast. It's 9 straight home games, including a 4th of July weekend that the Range Riders swept against the Red Pocket Mobiles in 9 games straight at home. It is not easy to put it on, and this Range Riders front office and game day workers and everybody in between helped make it happen. So a huge shout out to the entirety of this crew that is still on the clock and working right now. As obviously in the production room, we're finishing up this broadcast, but down on the field, the kids are about to run the bases post game, and then bring to a conclusion this 9-game homestand. So a huge shout out to everybody over there in the booth, as well as on the field, that makes this one happen, especially our production team headed up by Janelle, as well as Ryan Maines and our frontline workers over there of Avery, Leighton, as well as our PA announcer today, Joe, and over on music, I believe it was Ryan Krause. Shout out to our camera crew on the field, Reed, Ashton, and Zach Hill. And don't forget our sideline reporter, Lauren Hill. A lot of this is done in big part due to PK, Patrick Kelly, as well as Vicky Sims, who make sure that every mid-inning game and national anthem and first pitch is all on time and on schedule. Huge shout out to everybody once again that makes sure that we can play baseball here at Glacier Bank Park. Until Tuesday night, when I will tune in to you right here on the Range Riders YouTube from Missoula, Montana, the only games the Range Riders will play in Missoula. Until then, a huge shout out to you all for tuning in throughout the course of this week. Range Riders following this one 10-8 for all of us here at the Glacier Range Riders. We hope you have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon, and stay safe out there. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night.